Hello, hello, hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I paint with my son Owen, who is 11 and he has autism. We paint the backgrounds together using a hand over hand method to work on his fine motor skills, and then I paint the rest. And if you've watched any of my paintings before, you'll know that what I generally think I'm going to be doing is not what I end up doing. So we just go with the flow. I love using one paintbrush when I'm doing this because I like the way all of the paint blends together. And you can kind of see how the colors will just all fade away eventually. Fade together, I suppose, is more what it does, I guess. I had in my mind that I was going to do kind of more of a bouquet style, but I'm just kind of putting all these flowers out there. So we'll see what happens. My paints are on strike, I think. This weather has not been kind to them. And so they're quite thick. Like, it's usually not quite the thick. I'm not usually dealing with as thick of paints, but they're all kind of sticking together. It's like they've become jello. It's kind of interesting to me how that's happening. And maybe I'm just super tired tonight, but they, like everyone that I opened, just kind of mushed out of the thing. That's the technical term. But we'll make it work. We'll figure it out as we go along. And I also started a lot later tonight painting than I had intended to, but some nights that's just how it is. I get sidetracked. I write about our journey every day. I've been writing for years and years about our journey. And so some days writing is easy for me. And then there's other days, like today, that is very emotional because, this is my son. And for me to be able to process it all, like there's all kinds of emotions with it, and it's hard to think about the struggles my son goes through, but I know we'll see this happens a lot. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there one way or the other. It'll cover it up or we'll put it someplace. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So today we went to a new doctor, new therapist, new doctor. I never know what the right term. We have so many therapists, so many doctors, so many advisors, and they all, I think, technically, most of them have a doctor name attached, like a doctorate or doctor or something. So, and that is, I'm not even trying to explain this right. It's like when you go to a new doctor, they have all the letters after them. I'm terrible with all the letters, and it's not out of disrespect for what they do. It's just I'm terrible with remembering all of the aspects of what the letters are for. But I am excited because the new team, they really want to help Owen. They really want to get him with people that just can do a lot of it's a relief when people say, okay, we are the ones that are going to help you, and I believe that they are going to help me. Owen is getting to that age where he's 11, and so everything's going to kind of change, and I always say that autism is as much about how I handle it as it is about Owen having it. And that's the thing, is like, I don't know how to handle all of the things. I don't know how to handle, just all of the emotions he's going to go through. And, he's a boy. And so there's going to be different things than what I went through. And so I just want to make sure that he has somebody to talk to when he's at that stage. And they will be able to help him and help me, because I want to give my son all of the options to be able to navigate. And I truly feel like at some point he will have that independence that I believe he's going to be able to get to. He has come so incredibly far that's the goal. That's the goal, is to work towards finding that independence for him. And I really honestly believe that it will be there for him. It'll be a obtainable goal. And that's what I tell him. I'm like, this is why we are doing these things, because I want him to connect to that. Even though he doesn't necessarily understand or process certain parts of it, I still want him to be able to hear it and understand in his way. And then he can grow into those other moments and find a way to kind of have it validate his decisions and his emotions. So that's my goal. And it's always hard when you're trying to figure out something for yourself, and then trying to figure out something for your child. You just want to do what's best for your baby. He will always be my baby. So, that's where we're at, and I'm very thankful that we had a good day with that. And then, today was his Friday, and so really I was interrupting his wanting to stay home to prepare himself for tomorrow, because he likes to be home so that he knows that he's going to go see his grandma tomorrow. So we were able to go to the appointment, went to see his windows. He likes to look at these buildings, and he always associates the windows with computers. So how that happened, and besides my child being brilliant, I don't really know why he's so fascinated by these particular windows, but he absolutely loves them. And he's always wanting to kind of go by them. And so we went to the windows, and then we came home. And he had a great rest of his night, and he was very calm and happy, and that's what matters. So tomorrow he'll go to his grandma's, and he will be even more excited. He loves spending time with his grandma. And, I remember getting to spend time with my grandma, so I completely understand. So, it was a good day. It was a lot to process for both of us, but I'm very thankful for all that happened. It's funny, this is the first leaf I made, and it's just big to me. Like it, I don't know. So let's see what happens when I just add a little more. If you, see, things like that make me so happy when somehow they just magically work out with these little spiky doodles. I don't know. So I don't know what exactly happened right there and how that did that, but I'm glad. Oh, I get very excited about certain things. So I'm going to do one more little section over here. Just kind of fluff it in there. And then I'm going to call it done. So I always sign O for Owen, and then L and B. And this is what I mean by thick. Some paint comes like that. It's in tubes or it's just different, and you can work with it, but this is just clump. And there's several in here that are like that, but generally I spread this out. See, that is just a big old muck. There's several of them, and I know it's the humidity and everything else that's going on, so hopefully it'll get back to thinner paint. See, just thick. But I spread all this out and make it flat, and I'll spread it out more. But I make little baubles. Whoops. Different things. These are magnets. But they'll all be on my website eventually, which is sweetbabyo.com. So you can look there. But there's our painting. So thanks for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles.